What were your
But
thoughts on the matchups or the seeding? Do you think the college football
broken.
playoff? No, yeah.
It's
See,
broke. It's completely
yeah.
broken. I mean, everything. If I came in, Seth, and I
Hmm.
said, all right, so these four teams are going to get buys, and all of these teams are going to play home games in week one, and all the teams that played home games in week one won, and then all the teams that had buys lost. And all those teams that get buys also played neutral. And two of those teams were obviously not deserving. Arizona State, Boise State were not deserving of being the higher seeded team. But regardless, the seeding was broken and the rate at which they play the games is broken. First round should be home games hosted on campus. Second round should be hosted on campus by a team that received bye, aka
Right.
Oregon gets to host that game in Eugene, aka Arizona gets to host that game against Texas. That's proper. Now, it's still improper that Arizona State and Boise State got those buys. The buys should have went to Oregon, Penn State, Texas, and Georgia because those were the top four ranked teams. And those four teams should have gotten the buys and then hosted teams. That's the proper way to do it. And I think they will fix it. It'll be fixed. I don't know if they'll be able to do it for 2025 season, but it will be fixed for that following season. I can almost guarantee it because everybody is everybody from the coaches to the media, everybody is not happy about it.
Yeah, I was kind of floored. I think I assumed, and I'm not as plugged in. Like I watched the film, and we're going through the film right now to go through these 2025 rookies. But like, I guess I just assumed that there would be some home games for some of these higher seeds, and when I found out that that wasn't the case, and the opportunity I think that's missed, just because college football is its own thing. It's just pure magic when it's done right, and there's all kinds of matchups throughout the college football season, like the Iron Bowl, all these great rivalries. I just it makes no sense not to tap into it. And the only reason I can really think of why they didn't do that was because, oh, we have to sell the Fiesta Bowl or the Orange Bowl or whatever the case, and probably it was planned out God knows how far in advance, but it just kind of feels like they overthought it. And yeah, I agree. I think there's some changes need to be made.
Well, the problem with that, and the one thing they did see with that was with the first round teams getting those home games and the second round teams not. They all want the reason is like you said, the Fiesta and the Citrus and all these bowls want to have their bowl game at their neutral site. But the ticket price, the aftermarket ticket price was a complete sham. Like I was talking to a guy that went to the Arizona State Texas game, and he was an Arizona State alum, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we got a great deal. We paid $240 a piece for these $600 tickets because we're alumni." And then I go on the computer the day before the game, and I'm like, "Should I drive a couple hours up to this game?" And it was like $40 to get into a quarterfinal. I'm like, "Are you kidding? Like this is the market?" Because you look at it and it's like, okay, so think about for a team that played, and I know we're off on a tangent to start this thing. This is per usual when we get us together, but
Okay.
you
All right.
think about from like a Penn State perspective. You look at Penn State, okay, they played the Big Ten championship, all right? So you're traveling from PA to Indianapolis. All right, travel, hotel, game ticket. First round of playoffs, you got a home game ticket, parking, etc. Fiesta Bowl, flight, game, hotel. All right, next round, semifinal, Orange Bowl, Miami, flight, ticket, game. Championship, Atlanta, flight, ticket, game. You see, you just did there. You just spent like $4,000 in a month, not in a season. More in a month.
Right, more.
Yeah. And you said more, Matt. Like that's
dinners, drinks,
balling here, but like, and that's not even for good seats.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
You're people can't afford that.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And that's what you see that the aftermarket prices going tanking, and you see people unhappy because it's like it's just improper. But we're in the Wild West of college football right now in most facets of the game, and the playoff is no different.